Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Goretti and I am the counselor at Butterfly Project. And today I have a special topic, something that is near and dear to my heart that I want to talk to you guys about, and it is about passion. And not what you're thinking. I'm talking about passions, things that, light the fire inside of you. And again, I'm not talking about, what you might be thinking. What I am talking about is what brings you joy and happiness. What kind of things really kind of spark that creativity within you? What kind of things make you happy? And, things, sometimes it's things from our childhood. Sometimes it's a hobby, sometimes it's a creative project or a new venture. It could be a business thing. It could be, other things, right? Relationships, things like that. It could be your health, it could be exercise, it could be sports, it could be music, it could be art, it could be painting, it could be drawing, it could be, knitting, crocheting, playing an instrument. It could be anything, right? The list just goes on. This is something that I actually teach all of my clients in one of the first sessions that they do with me. I created something called the Life Pie. And I do this with all my clients. If you've worked with me, you know what I'm talking about. And this is kind of like the guide, the roadmap for creating a very happy, fulfilling life. And I do this with everybody. And one of the slices of people's pie that I always incorporate and bring in is, what are you passionate about? Because here's the thing. Let's say you have a job that you're not very interested in, or it pays well. Maybe you went to university or something, or took a course or whatever, or just landed this job and it's great and it pays well and you do it and you're okay with it, but it doesn't really get you excited, right? Well, it's kind of like living life in black and white and not in color. And so when you find that thing that brings you joy, I'll give you an example, easiest way to describe it. That person who got that really good paying, government job, they're doing well, it's okay, but then they realize, I am just, flatline in life. There's nothing exciting, nothing going on. And then they realize, hey, I love playing, my guitar, or I love singing, and you know what? I'm going to join this band, or I'm going to create a band, and we're going to go out, on weekends, or maybe, evenings. We're going to practice. We're going to go out and play, get some gigs and play. It's like that. It's like, okay, this job I can manage, that it's kind of mundane and bland and whatever, and I'm doing it, and the money's good, and I pay my bills, and I have a, good life. But now that allows me the opportunity to now go and do the thing that I love, which is playing, in a band, playing music, playing my instrument, singing, whatever it is. So that sort of thing. I tell people all the time, if you can find, a job or create a job that you are super passionate about, that's awesome. That's not working. That's my job. I found my passion. I absolutely love it. I love helping people. I love counseling and coaching people. I love teaching people. I love, doing these videos now too. So I love creating, and that's great. And I love it, and I do it, and I'm passionate about it. But guess what? I still have other passions outside of that, right? That really, fill me up and make my life very fulfilling. So regardless of what your job is, remember, we are here to, work to be able to live a good life. We're not here to live for our work, for our jobs, right? We're here to live and experience life and have fun and joy and play, even as adults. And that's something else when I talk to my clients about passions, is a lot of times it's things that you used to really enjoy when you were a kid and you've totally forgotten about, or you used to do before, and you set it aside because now you're an adult and you have to be, responsible. And that's great. I'm super hardworking. super responsible. Um, it doesn't matter. I still want to play, right? Also a very passionate person. You don't have to be a passionate person, right, to have a passion, but it's got to be something that you love. So think back, if you, when I do this with my clients, lots of times they're like, I don't know what I'm passionate about. Think back to your childhood. What brought you joy? Okay. Maybe it was board games. Maybe it was like crocheting. Maybe it was like doing some art things. Maybe it was playing an instrument. You're like, yeah, that's right. I used to play an instrument and I stopped when I graduated grade 12. Whatever it is, the list goes on. Find that thing that brings you joy. And then sometimes that brings you to meeting people that also share in that joy, right? I have many passions, many things that I love to do that I incorporate. Some of them, maybe I haven't done for a little bit, going through different things in my life, but I am incorporating those because that is what brings the flavor in life. That's what brings that color to life. That's what makes life enjoyable. So what are your passions? What are you passionate about? It could be animals. It could be, saving animals. It could be, saving the earth, like whatever. Like there's so many things. Like this list goes on. It doesn't just need to be creative, right? What are you passionate about? What brings you joy? What makes you happy? Maybe it's, playing board games, getting together with friends. Maybe it's going to a nursing home and playing board games with, elderly people. Like I grew up with 3 sets of grandparents. I love doing stuff like that. Maybe that is something that you would want to do. So kind of gets outside the box, right? Think bigger, think outside the box of things that you might not have thought about before. Get creative in how you're thinking about your passions. And once you find that passion, start incorporating it into your daily life or weekly life. And this is what's going to add that color. It's going to shift your life into color, and it's going to add, I love cooking, right? And there's, it's kind of funny where I'm from. There's 2 places. I'm from the Portuguese islands, so the Azores Islands, and there's Portugal, and there's this rivalry between the two because the mainland European place, unfortunately they don't use a lot of spices because they just didn't have access to it. But on the islands, centuries ago, there were, traders and people coming through on ships and boats and stuff like that. So that's kind of why we look a little bit different. We're a mixed breed. So we got like spices from India. And there's this red pepper paste that we use that came from like China and all these, different things. So even though we make the same or similar meals, our meals are way more flavorful than what comes from, Europe, Portugal. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like taking that same thing, black and white, and turning it into color. It's taking your life that's kind of, bland, okay, neutral, and adding that spice to your life. All right, my loves. So what are you passionate about? What were you passionate about as a kid? What do you enjoy doing? What brings you joy? Do more of that. Do more of that, because this is what is going to bring happiness and fulfillment. All right, my loves. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. As always, please do all the things. Like, share this video with anybody you think might need it. Comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Tell me what your passions are. I'd love to know. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do so. Hit that bell icon so you get notified of new videos. And, do all the things. I really appreciate it. If you guys do want to work with me, all my information is in the description box below as always. And I wish you guys all peace, love, and light. Until next time. Bye-bye.